For those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out one card from the Magical Dogs Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you want to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok. The link to that will be in the description. And before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading on YouTube that may be for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay, just let it go, because it might just be for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that clear to you either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. Let me get a drink of water before we get into this. Okay, let's see, what card? Okay, this is really interesting. We have the Queen of Swords. Wanted to say the Queen of Wands. Could be a significant card for you, but doesn't have to be. I definitely do feel, though, that to gain more self-confidence, to trust yourself more, to believe in yourself more, you're going to have to be willing to be more honest with yourself. But you also want to balance out this Queen of Swords energy with Queen of Cups energy, which is basically what I'm saying. You need to balance out being honest with yourself with being kind to yourself. I'm also feeling something here about how being honest with yourself is going to make your intuition much stronger. It's going to make your inner voice much louder. It definitely feels like the universe and your spirit guides are trying to guide you to strengthen your intuition and your inner voice, so that way you can make, for lack of a better way to put it, make better decisions. I just saw 222. I feel there's something here about knowing when to let go, when to move on. Your judgment for sure feels very significant here. And the best way to sharpen your judgment is to be honest with yourself and to stop, telling yourself lies. Stop lying to yourself about who you are, the world, about what it is, the opportunities that you have. Stop lying to yourself about what those are. You could struggle with negative self-talk, and it's definitely important to address that, because how we speak to ourselves has a very huge impact. It impacts you in more than one way, for sure, but it impacts your reality, whether it's more destructive and hateful or more loving and nurturing. Whatever kind of reality you want, you first have to start speaking to yourself that way, if that makes sense. So if you want a more loving, patient, kind reality, you have to be more loving, patient, and kind to yourself. Remember that whatever is going on the inside will manifest on the outside. So especially with seeing 222, definitely take your mental health and your healing seriously. Being honest with yourself feels like a very important aspect or topic for this reading. There could be someone here, there could be something very specific here that you're being called to be honest with yourself about. Could be about another person and their intentions and what they're truly capable of. It could be about a job. Whatever it is, it feels like you could be attached to it, and this attachment is what's feeding the lies that you tell yourself. It's definitely important to let go of whatever this is to protect yourself. I saw 432. You're being called to protect yourself for a reason, and you don't have to totally know what that reason is to trust that you need to protect yourself. And I just saw 444. It feels like what you really need to protect here is your sense of security and your sense of stability, maybe even your resources. There's something here that you need to say no to set boundaries with, to just protect yourself from. But that first starts with being honest with yourself. That first starts with being honest with yourself about the reality of the situation. Maybe you're being called here to tap more into your logic rather than your emotions. I definitely feel that there could be some fear here that's making it harder for you to walk away, but know that your fears can be overcome. And even if, it's normal to feel anxiety as well, so even if you do feel anxiety, that's okay. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. There definitely could be something here about finding comfort outside of your comfort zone through desensitizing yourself from change, which is interesting because I'm about to see 555, saw it just now. So definitely the changes in your life that you're being called to make, I think you need to find comfort within them somehow, some way. It's going to be different for everybody, but I'm going to look a little bit deeper into this with a couple cards from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. Alright, what do we have for your first card from this deck? Oh my gosh. We have the Judgment card. I'm actually very surprised to see this, because whenever I was talking about your judgment being very important here, earlier today, I was thinking about, okay, well, if I shuffle my cards, maybe the Judgment card will come out. But I was thinking of the Judgment card from this deck, so it wouldn't even... Let me try to explain this. I was thinking about when I would shuffle my cards for this reading today and like the other reading that I'll do, and what would come out for the general energy. And I saw in my mind's eye the Judgment card, but it wasn't from the Magical Dogs Tarot, which I think is very, very interesting. So there's definitely strong confirmation here that you need to prioritize how clearly you're seeing things. Being honest with yourself is very, very important right now, especially if you want better outcomes in, a certain part of your life or just in life in general. But also, like I said, you have to balance out this honesty with yourself with kindness. Maybe there could be something here about being honest with yourself the way you would be honest with the younger version of yourself. I definitely feel that you really need to soften here, to not have such rigid, cold, harsh energies towards yourself, especially because like I am feeling childhood energy here, inner child energy that could be a part of you that you really need to connect with and reason with, especially if your inner child is like kicking and screaming. I definitely feel something here that you need to reparent yourself in the way that you always deserve. It's like you're being called to look at yourself like you would your younger self, but to also have the maturity to be honest and kind to yourself. Allow yourself, don't be hard on yourself for not seeing things for what they are. It's okay to not be perfect. And maybe your inner child really needs to hear that it's okay to not be perfect. Your parents or whoever raised you could have been very harsh toward you, and instead of letting them think for you, it's time for you to allow yourself to think for yourself. How do you feel about yourself, not how do your parents or other people feel about you? I do think you need to be honest with yourself about who you truly are and what you truly deserve. I'm really feeling something here again about walking away from something. There's a situation here where you're not entirely, at least, seeing things for what they are. And I can't get specific with what the situation is because, like I said, it's going to be different for everybody, so I'm going to keep that vague. So let's see what the next card is here. Still almost can't believe that Judgment card is there. That could be a significant card for you in general in tarot. And actually, in the Magical Dogs Tarot, the Judgment card is called the Call. So there could be a calling here that you're really being called to follow. So definitely trust that calling. And I just saw 1010. The universe and your spirit guides really, really want to help you and support you when it comes to you following this calling. We have the 8 of Pentacles. One second. The first thing that I want to say is that the number 8 on this card, I always love when there's an 8, the number 8 in readings, because, well, first off, this number is to me is a message about letting go, knowing your worth and what you deserve. And I love to see the number 8 in readings because that's definitely what the world needs more of, recognizing your worth and what you deserve. So know that the work that you're doing is much bigger than yourself and that you definitely aren't alone. You deserve to recognize your true worth, your true potential, what you truly deserve, who you truly are. So that way you can see the world and your opportunities for what they truly are. And you will know which opportunities are worth taking and which opportunities aren't. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the universe does want you to be more comfortable with taking risks. The universe isn't telling you to not take risks. Sometimes it's important that we do, but it's even more important to make sure that the risks that we're taking are worth it, that the sacrifices that we're making are worth it. I also feel with the 8 of Pentacles here that walking away from something or letting it go, this is a really good opportunity for you to, I want to say, hone your skills or to strengthen your skills, especially mentally, emotionally, maybe some psychic skills. I just saw 12-12. Communication and boundaries are very important at this time. You need to have an open line of communication with yourself and be able to say no to yourself, so that way you can have an open line of communication with others and be able to say no, especially when you need to others. You really need to protect yourself right now. And I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. You're really, really, really being called to protect yourself for a reason. I definitely feel whoever's watching this is feeling called to let someone or something go. And I feel like this reading is just confirmation of that feeling. With this bag of gifts here, that's really sticking out to me. And I feel that walking away or letting go is going to bring you a lot of gifts, spiritually, materially, like gifts from the universe. There's definitely something to gain from walking away, despite that it is a loss. Know that whatever is lost will be replaced. Every loss has a gain, every ending has a beginning. So just know that not all is lost. Your story isn't over. I just saw 3, 2, 1. Trust that everything happens for a reason. You're really being called to walk away and protect yourself for a very important reason. You may already know what that reason is. But yeah, I also am feeling pretty strongly here that the universe and your spirit guides are really trying to help you strengthen your psychic gifts and your psychic senses. You may have a spiritual purpose here that the universe and your spirit guides want to help you fulfill. To wrap this reading up, I'm going to get a couple cards from this deck, the Ancestor Spirit Oracle, just to see what your ancestors have to say about this energy. We have focus on children, pregnancy, birth, and adoption. So this is really, really confirming the inner child energy that I'm feeling here. Of course, the universe and your spirit guides, but more specifically, your ancestors really want to help you heal and help you have a better relationship with your inner child, with the universe, with life, with things that you can't control. I'm seeing 4, 4, 4. Like, your ancestors are really, really coming through here to help you heal something, maybe generational or familial. Your ancestors really want to help you see your worth more and see what you deserve more. They want to help you find the courage to stand up for what you deserve. Seeing 4, 4, 6, they want to help you for a reason. Maybe there is a specific ancestor coming through that wants to support you. The other message that I got with this card is that if you have children, I'm seeing 1515, the devil energy is coming through, which is confirming for me that you are attached to something. You're feeling bound, feeling trapped. And with the message that I was saying before seeing 1515, you have the opportunity here to be a good role model for your children. You have the opportunity here to help your kids see their strength more. Remember that your kids will mimic you, so definitely take seriously how you show up in the world and how you show up for them. I'm seeing 555. There could be some changes or transformations going on in a relationship between a parent and a child, or an adult and a child. So if that's significant for you, that's just confirmation. For your last card, we have, wow, enjoy new beginnings, celebrate, socialize, and change. Yeah, change is definitely a very important idea here. And as soon as I saw this card, I thought about that message that I had with every ending has a beginning. So it does feel like there's something in store for you to gain through walking away, and this doesn't have to resonate for everybody, but you may not even be able to see what there is to gain until you've actually walked away. And I'm also feeling that if you do walk away, don't underestimate how much strength that took. Congratulate yourself, be proud of yourself, celebrate with socialize. Maybe you're being called to celebrate with others, maybe celebrate with your kids if you have any. But winter could be a significant season symbolically. I'm feeling that you are being called here to sort of go into hibernation mode, or to go into hermit mode, and to really focus on your inner world and to work with that, so that way you can create an outer world or a reality that reflects what you deserve. But for the external world to reflect your worth and what you deserve, your inner world, you first have to recognize within yourself your worth and what you deserve, and value that, and definitely be willing to stand up for that. That will be the end of your reading, though. I hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked it, the like button will show me that. That's the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can donate through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any as well. Really would love to connect with you more. And also thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far through likes and comments. That really does mean a lot to me, and it helps so much more than you may know. And the last thing I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.